இன்றொரு நாள் போதுமா இன்றொரு நாள் போதுமா நான் பாட இன்றொரு நாள் போதுமா நாதமா கீதமா அதை நான் பாட இன்றொரு நாள்
Hello, this is Chandrasekar welcoming you to a special on Dr. Balamuralikrishna, the musical genius who took the world by storm at the tender age of 8. His music appeals to all, not only because of his variety, but also because of his sensitivity and grace. He has a charisma that cuts across linguistic differences and regional boundaries. This great artist received the Padma Shri Award, which is one of the highest honors that you could receive in India. In addition, he has received many awards from music academies throughout India. He was always fascinated by the beauty of the bhava or emotion in a composition, as well as the subtlety of the raga, which is a group of notes meant to create certain moods. Indian music consists of an infinite variety of sounds skillfully arranged. While in Western music, harmony is between melodies, in Indian music, it's between rhythms. And although Indian music is based on melody, it has a wide variety or innumerable variations, so subtle, with so many twists to each note that the inexperienced ear misses the lightning changes. We are delighted to present to you today Dr. Balamuralikrishna, an outstanding classical artist.
Paga papa sa papa papa ga paga sa ni sa ga ga ni pa ni ga pa ni pa ni pa ni ga pa ni sa ga pa ni sa ga pa ni sa ga pa ni sa ga pa ni ga ga pa ni ga pa ni ga pa ni ga ni pa ga sa ni ga pa pa ni pa ga pa ni pa ga pa ni pa ni sa ni sa ni sa ni pa ni sa ni ga pa ni pa sa ga pa pa ga ni pa sa ni sa ga sa ni pa ni sa ga ni sa pa ga sa ni sa pa ga sa ni sa ga pa ga sa ni pa ga sa ni pa ga pa ni sa sa ga pa pa ga sa ni pa ga pa ni pa ga pa ni pa ga pa ga sa ni sa ga sa ni sa ga sa ni sa ga sa ni sa ga ni sa ga ni sa ga sa ga sa ga ga sa ni sa ga sa ga sa ni ga ga sa sa ga sa ni sa ga sa ni sa ga sa ni sa ga sa ni pa ga sa ni pa ga sa ni sa ga sa ni sa ga sa ni sa ga sa ni sa ni pa ni sa ni sa ga sa ga sa ni sa ga pa ga sa ga pa ni sa pa ni pa ga pa ni sa pa ni sa ga sa ni sa pa ni sa ga sa ni ga pa ni sa ga sa ni sa ni pa ni pa ga pa ga sa ga sa ni pa ni pa ga pa ni sa ga pa ni sa ni pa ga pa ni pa ga pa ga sa ni sa ni pa ni sa ga ga pa ni sa ga sa ni pa ni sa ga pa ga sa ni pa ga sa ni pa ni ga pa ni sa ni pa ni sa ni pa ni pa ga pa ga sa ga sa ni pa ni sa ga pa ni sa ni pa ga pa ni pa sa ni ga ni sa pa ni ga pa ga ni ga pa sa ga pa ga sa ni pa ga sa ni pa ga sa ga sa ni pa ga sa pa ga sa ni pa ga sa ni pa ga ga pa ni sa ga pa ni sa ga pa ni sa ni pa ga ni sa ga pa ni sa ni pa ga sa ga pa sa ga pa ni sa ni pa ga sa ga pa sa ga pa ni sa ni pa ga sa ga pa mahaniya madhura murti kamaniya gana murti mahaniya madhura murti
Balamuralikrishna pursued a wide variety of professional assignments, ranging from classical concerts to acting cum singing roles in films with music direction and playback singing in between. We'll join Chandrasekar and this outstanding artist in just a moment.
We are delighted to inform you that we are doing a special, one of the outstanding singers of international stature, none other than Padma Shri Dr. Balamuralikrishna. Dr. Balamuralikrishna's name is a household name throughout the world in the classical circles. No matter which part of the world you're from, I'm sure you'd have heard about him in terms of Indian music. He created a sensation in the field of Indian music. He has received many of the honors and some of the highest honors bestowed in India and other parts of the world as well. He has more than one honorary doctorate. He has been given special titles, including the coveted title of Padma Shri. Welcome to the program, Balamuralikrishna.
Thank you, Mr. Chandra.
We are so honored by your presence in our studio, and we have seen your performances both live, and we have watched you on national television. We've heard you on national radio. You're famous throughout the world. We are first of all delighted that you have brought greetings as an ambassador of Indian music to all the international audiences around the world.
I'm happy to be with you here, and I convey the greetings and best wishes of all people of my country, especially from fine art side, all the musicians and dancers and other artists, all their best wishes to all of you.
Thank you. You are a radical. You changed the focus of Carnatic music. Tell us about your early entry.
It's not that, to say very much about it, but still I got music since my birth, because my parents were musicians. So in fact, I don't remember how I got entry into this classical music, but from very childhood, I knew only music, nothing else. So it is there inborn, it is there in me, the music in me. So I started my career itself at very early age of 7 or 8. So since then I have been performing in many places, and I was listening to music very attentively, and the classical music, that is the Carnatic music, I felt it was gradually the people narrowing the possibility of, narrowing the exposition of a raga singing or any performance, because there are certain fundamental rules and regulations which we cannot overcome, and within that framework, the greatness of our music is that we can use our extempore, and whatever we get in mind, we should sing immediately. So such a thing was restricted, because probably in those days they were afraid of giving anything new or out of the way, which is not heard by people. If suppose we sing something unusual, something rare, people can't immediately grasp and understand. So they will have a question mark whether this is correct or not, or whether it is binding to the tradition, whether it is in the limitations or not, or is he doing anything wrong. So to establish that I am not doing anything wrong, and I am only improvising certain things which were for any reason neglected previously. And in the name of tradition, we are unnecessarily, sometimes we practice in a manner which we should not. So for instance, I can explain to you a little bit about it. For instance, we use certain letters in Raga Lapana. For instance, this is a phrase.
Right.
Instead of singing, using, there is no tradition that these letters should be used for that exposition. There is no rule at all. But there may be some reason why these letters are used, probably to the convenience of the musician. But sometimes I feel it's not necessary.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
You feel that something is breaking in between. There is no continuity and there is no modulation, and that sweetness, it disappears a little. Only such things I have modulated. I have done some research in that, and I have only eliminated the unwanted usages and phrases in music which were used previously, and I made it a little clean, except that I have not done anything extraordinary, you see.
Oh, that is wonderful.
எனக்கு கிட்டத்தட்ட 12-13 வயசு இருக்கும்போது நான் முதல்ல பாலமுரளி சாரோட கர்நாடக இசை கச்சேரி கேட்டேன். அண்ணாமலை மன்றத்தில் எங்கள் அப்பா அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணது. அந்த கச்சேரி கேட்டப்புறம் நான் வெளியில் வந்து எங்கள் அப்பா கிட்ட கேட்ட ஒரே ஒரு கேள்வி தான், ஏன்ப்பா ரொம்ப நாள் கழிச்சு இன்றைக்கி தான் எனக்கு இந்த கர்நாடக இசையில் பாடுற வார்த்தையெல்லாம் புரியுறது, இவர் மட்டும்தான் அப்படி பாடுவாரான்னு கேட்டேன். எனக்கு இன்னும் ஞாபகம் இருக்குது. அதுதான் பாலமுரளி சாரோட ஸ்பெஷல்.
Certain traditional music, even though it is authentic, and you have refined it to make it very, very smooth. Am I correct on the interpretation?
I think so. You see, for instance, there is a Carnatic music is, I mean, there are so many compositions. We give preference to the meaning of the words with which the composition is composed. Accordingly, we have to modulate our voice, give our sound, so that the meaning of the word we can bring out and see and convey to the listeners.
இந்த மாதிரி ஆட்கள் வந்து திரைப்படத்துறைக்கு வரதை கொஞ்சம் மனிதமாக நினைப்பாங்க. ஆனால் அருட்செல்வர் ஏபி நாகராஜன் அவர்கள் அந்த திருவிளையாடல் படத்தை 1965 எடுத்தபோது அவருடைய வேண்டுகோளை ஏற்று இவர் வந்து டிஎஸ் பாலையாவுக்காக அந்த ஹேமநாத பாகவதன் ஒரு வேஷத்துக்காக ஒரு பாட்டு பண்ணார். அது திருவிளையாடல் பெரிய ஹிட்டான படம். அந்த படத்தினுடைய வெற்றியில் 20% அந்த பாடலுக்கும் அண்ட் பாலையா அவர் நடிப்புக்குமே சொல்லலாம். அவ்வளவு பிரமாதமாக பேர் வாங்கி கொடுத்த ஒரு படம்.
Hello, this is Jaya Chandrasekar welcoming you to a special on Dr. Balamuralikrishna, the musical genius who took the world, ranging from classical concerts to acting come singing roles in films with music direction and playback singing in between. We'll join Chandrasekar and this outstanding artist.
You know, Anna, it's wonderful. You come from Andhra Pradesh, which is really extraordinarily rich with cultures of the south, the cultures of the north, the east and the west, everything blended together. Did your knowledge, your background, tremendous background in Carnatic music, combined with your knowledge of Hindustani music as well, did it have any influence in your
in my view, I mean, the Carnatic music or Hindustani music, they are only the different styles, but there is no difference in music. Music is the same, the fundamentals are same, everything is same, but rendering differs because of the influence of the lyric and the purpose of singing, and all these things give a little bit of variety. But there is nothing like Hindustani music or Carnatic. In my view, every good music is Carnatic music. Every music is our Carnatic music, the base, the system of our Carnatic music is such strong that every music of the world is emerging in this style, in this music. Every music comes from this. We have everything. Suppose you say jazz music or pop music or I mean any Western classical music or Hindustani music, or even in India, say for instance Bengali music or Punjabi music. All the music, the system is the same. In Carnatic music, you find every music.
Gopi Jana Priya Gopala Gallade.
Wonderful. I'm going to go on to another area. You know, the Vedas, the Puranas, when you read all these things, you come across fairy tale stories where outstanding musician performs and he sings a certain raga and he creates rain, I believe. There are certain ragas which can create rain. There are certain ragas which can create specific moods, ragas of joy, ragas of depression. You know, tell us about the raga, for instance, the raga that creates rain. What is this raga?
I see, it is not that a particular raga creates some rasa or it brings rain or it brings light or it brings peace. It depends upon how one renders.
Oh, I see.
That is the most important. For instance, I have tried many times to bring the rain. I think I could success in bringing rain twice or thrice. For instance, once I sang a particular raga, then it rained. The same raga, when I sang in a different atmosphere, a different place, it didn't rain. So probably it doesn't suit the atmosphere. We have to tune with the nature and then attract the nature. Then if you render with a particular purpose, we get. And I'm in my view, not only the music, in the music, the letters are there, words are there. That also very powerful. It's very powerful. See, whatever I am talking to you, you are able to understand because the letters, the words, sentences, and how I explain to you, there is music in it. There is music, there is rhythm. If I miss it, you will not be able to understand what I am going to tell you, what I am telling you. Therefore, that is most important. We have to maintain the rhythm and sound in such a way that I am able to explain to you, and I must also feel that you are able to understand it. So that just like that, if you keep the particular rhythm and particular sound in a particular octave, and nature is naturally bound to respond.
You know, it's very interesting. You mentioned just now about there is music even in speech. Give me an example.
See, when I talk to you, suppose you talk to me something, you may tell, you like it? You may ask me. I can tell you in different ways. I like it. That means I really like it. Suppose I don't like it, but I want to say I like it. I like it. I like it. And you say, you like? I like it. Same thing in different octaves, in different way of expressions.
Beautiful.
The meaning changes.
Beautiful.
Like that, we have to keep up that sound and a rhythm. I like it. I like it. I like it. There is a rhythm. There is a rhythm in it.
Right. That's wonderful.
ஏவிஎம் அவர்கள் 2 மொழியில் வந்து பக்த பிரகலாத் படத்தை வந்து தமிழ்லையும் தெலுங்குலையும் பண்ணாங்க. அதில் நாரதர் வேஷம் அவரே நடித்தார்.
நாரதம் சிந்திக்கும் நாராயணா.
Padma Shri Dr. Balamuralikrishna sings in Tamil, Telugu and Malayalam.
మోక్షముగలదా భువిలో జీవ ఏటిలోని కెరటాలు ఏరు విడిచిపోవు ఎదలో.
Now tell us about the Apurva Ragas. You are one of the first people in the history of Indian music to make Apurva Ragas, not only invent new ragas, but make them extraordinarily popular.
Yeah, so many ragas were neglected. Even the ragas in which great saints like Tyagaraja composed, that the songs in Apurva Ragas, rare ragas, were neglected for a reason which we don't know.
So Apurva Raga means a rare raga, is it?
A rare raga which is not popular,
Right.
which is a rare. Probably there was no opportunity for them to sing, or probably they felt it's difficult to, sing with a flow, easy flow and all that. But such ragas I brought into popularity. There were ragas, probably first I only sang them, and now everybody sings it.
Wonderful.
And then on that basis, I have created a few more ragas.
Give me a few ragas as examples.
For instance, this Mahati, the raga which I sang,
Which you just sang now.
I just sang now,
Right.
is my creation.
Wonderful.
This raga was not there before.
It was absolutely ecstatic music. It was
And
just-
in this I have done something new. That is, usually in our music, for a raga, there should be 5 notes. It's a general rule. 5 notes, sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. This is the basic raga.
Right.
Sa ni da pa ma ga re sa. No?
Right.
In this, if you omit one, sa re ga ma, sa ga ma, or sa re ga pa, or sa re ga ma pa ni, like that we can omit one note.
Right.
Then there will be only 6 notes. 6
Right.
notes.
Right.
And if you omit one more, it becomes 5.
Right.
You can't omit more than that. But
Right.
I have composed, I have created a raga with only 4 notes. For instance, what I sang now, it has got only 4. Sa ga pa ni,
I see. Wonderful.
sa ni pa ga sa ni. Only 4. In fact, I attempted a raga with only 3 notes for information.
My God.
What is it I tell you? Sa ma. I will just sing the song. You will, unless I tell you this swaras are missing, you don't feel it.
Oh, I see.
Uma sutam namami मम मानसस्थितम् उमा सुतं नमामि कुमाराग्रजम् असमानसुमेरुधीरम् अमोघफलप्रदं खलविमोचनगुणान्वितं प्रमोदकरमुरलीगानमोदितं सततम् उमा सुतं समप.
My God, that is you can't tell, you can't really say at all. There's only 3 notes.
Like that, I have attempted certain things, and music can definitely give you peace of mind and sound health, very good health. Why I say that? I can make you restless with my music. It's very easy. I can get you headache. When I can do that, can't I wipe off your headache or mental strain? I can easily do.
You know, this is wonderful. This leads me on to the new area. I heard our hearty congratulations to you. I've been reading about you in the newspapers in India. We've heard about you in the news that you have formed a new trust and you're doing a tremendous amount of research now in music therapy, music as a therapy. Tell us a bit about this.
In fact, that's what my life's ambition, that I should do some research and bring out certain things which are hidden, hidden powers in music. And of course, I know how to do, but I am not able to do because of certain, I am not yet ready. So the music therapy is nothing but cure the diseases, because the root cause, we find out the root cause and inject the sound. How inject the sound? Through Walkman. And there are certain principles. I mean, the person has to observe at certain conditions. And more than that, I am sure about one thing. Music as a preventive medicine, it's excellent. I am 100% sure. If I give you a medicine, I mean musical medicine, I compose a music, but a particular rendering will not suit others. It differs from individual to individual.
Oh, wonderful.
It is not like a particular pill for a particular disease. It's not like that.
It's truly custom made, in other words.
It's only useful for that purpose, for that person, that's all. Therefore, if I give that a music, and if you listen to in the manner in which I prescribe, you will never get disease. And if you listen to a particular music in the morning as soon as you get up, the whole day goes on peacefully and you will not have any problems, or you don't feel any strain or tension. That itself is enough.
Oh, that is wonderful.
So you can keep up health, very healthy life one can lead.
இளையராஜா அவருடைய இசையிலே சின்ன கண்ணன் அழைக்கிறான்ங்கிற ஒரு பாடலை எனக்கு பாடினார்.
சின்ன கண்ணன் அழைக்கிறான், சின்ன கண்ணன் அழைக்கிறான். ராதையை பூங்கோதையை அவள் மனம் கொண்ட ரகசிய ராகத்தை பாடி यमुना किनारे
प्यारे कदम तरमो बांसुरी बजावे बांसुरी बजावे जमुना किनारे प्यारे कदम तरमो बांसुरी बजावे बांसुरी बजावे सखी कुंज भवन जमुना किनारे प्यारे कदम तरमो बांसुरी बजावे मोर पूंछ गले माला मोरे पूंछ गले माला मकराकृत कुंडला मोरे पूंछ गले माला मकराकृत कुंडला मकुटादिक भूषण मकुटादिक भूषण राज मकुटादिक भूषण शोभदे तन में यमुना किनारे प्यारे कदम तरमो गना बांसुरी बजावे पद्मनाभ दीन बंधो पद्मनाभ दीन बंधो मेरो ताप पद्मनाभ दीन बंधो मेरो ताप प्रभु गोपीनाथ गिरिधरा राज मेरे मन में यमुना किनारे प्यारे कदम तरमो बांसुरी बजावे बांसुरी बजावे
you all the best in your research with respect to music. We would like to have the pleasure of listening to you more.
Oh.
Tell us about a couple of more of your Apurva Ragam. I'd like to hear your Arohanam and Arohanam, you know, with a couple of more of your Apurva Ragas. You know, the rare
about my creations. I have already told you about the Mahati with 4 notes.
Right.
And also this 3 notes, Sarvashri.
Right.
Only 3 notes.
Right.
And some more ragas, for instance, another 4-note raga. It's a very powerful raga. That is, I named it as Lavangi. Lavangi. Sari ma da sa sa da ma ri Madhankara-varini avatuma Omkara-varini Madhankara-varini. Each note has some vibration, powerful vibration, which will, it is very powerful. Each note has got power, and you sing a song in this raga, or you listen to this raga. In my experience, you feel light. Suppose you have heavy food, sing this Arohana Arohana twice, it will become light.
And now beautiful.
தங்கரதம் வந்தது வீதியிலேன்னு ஒரு பாட்டு கலைக்கோயில் ஸ்ரீதர படத்துக்கு பாடியிருக்காருன்னு நினைக்கிறாரு. நிறைய பேருக்கு தெரியாது. அது ஒரு பாட்டு அதில் அவர் பாடியிருக்காரு.
தங்கரதம் வந்தது வீதியிலே ஒரு தளிர் மேனி வந்தது தேரினிலே.
I want a few words of greetings from you in Telugu because it's one of the most beautiful languages, I believe. I would like you to say a few words in Telugu to our audience.
సంగీతం అంతా కూడా సంగీతానికి తెలుగు భాష చాలా ఉత్తమమైందని, అందుకనే ఈవెన్ అందరూ అరవ వాళ్ళు కానీ కన్నడం వాళ్ళు కానీ అందరూ కూడా కీర్తనలు రాసినప్పుడు తెలుగులోనే రాశారు.
మౌనమే నీ భాష ఓ మూగ మనస.
ఆ తెలుగు భాష సంగీతానికి డు ము ఊలు అనే అక్షరాలు అవన్నీ కూడా సంగీతానికి ఉచ్చారణకి భావం ప్రదర్శించడానికి చాలా ఉపయోగంగా ఉంటుంది. తర్వాత సంస్కృతానికి చాలా సంస్కృతానికి దగ్గరగా ఉండడం వల్ల ఆ భాషలో ఒక రకమైన తీయతనం ఉంటుంది. ఆ భాషలో కవిత్వాలు చాలా బాగుంటాయి, సంగీతాలు కూడా చాలా బాగుంటాయి. ఈయన అరవంలో పెద్ద కవి అయినటువంటి మన భారతి, సుబ్రహ్మణ్య భారతి కూడా ఏమన్నారంటే సుందర తెలుగుల్ పాటి సైతి అన్నారు. అందువల్ల పాటకి సాహిత్యం తెలుగే అని అనడం వలని, తెలుగు భాష మాది మాతృభాష కావడం వలని ఆ తెలుగులో కీర్తనలు కూడా పాడడానికి మనసుకి ఎంతో ఆహ్లాదంగా ఉంటుంది.
వసంత గాలికి వలపులు రేగ వరించు బాలిగా.
By the way, Arohanam, Arohanam, the sa, ni, pa, just for the views of Western audiences, that means like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, right?
The ascending order is called Arohana, and descending order is Avarohana.
Right.
Sa, ga, ma, da, ni, sa, sa, ni, da, ma, ga, sa. Nizada nizaga sagamaya gamadama madanida madanida nida nida magamaya maya sagasani ni mazaga madani sagama. maga mada ni da ni da ga da ni da maga da ni ga da ni da ni da ni da maga mada ni da ni mada ga mada sa ga ni da ni mada ga mada ni sa ga mada ni da.
Wonderful.
Dr. Balamuralikrishna's record, Devadi Deva, sold hundreds of thousands of copies in the raga Sunada Vinodini. Here he is now to render this famous raga, which is an Apurva raga made up of unusual notes, sung only by the extraordinary exponent of classical music.
When we come back, you will be listening to this golden voice of this great performer. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Gamadani zani da magazani devani. Nida 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 ma nida da da ni nida ma ni nida ga ni nida ma ga da nida da nida ga ma da nida ga ma ga da nida ga ma ga da ni ma ga da ni da ga da nida 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 ma da nida 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 ma da ma ga sa ga ma nida nida ma ga ga da ni deva ni deva. Gasa gasa za 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 gasa gasa za za ni da ga ma da ni da ma gasa gasa za gasa ni da ma gasa ga da ma ga ma ni da ma da ni ma gasa ni da ma gasa gasa. Ni da da ni da gasa gasa. Ni da ma gasa gasa. Sa gasa ni gasa. Ni sa da ni sa. Ni sa ma da ni sa. Sa gasa ni sa. Sa gasa gasa sa sa ga ma ga da ni sa ga ma ga da ni sa ga ma ga da ni sa ma ga ga da ni sa ma ga ma ni sa ga ma ga da ma ga ma ga ga da ni ga da ni da ni da ni da ni da ma da ni sa ga ma ga da ni sa ga ma ga ma da ni sa ni da ni ma da ni da ni da ni sa ni da ni da ni da ma da ni sa ni sa ni sa ni sa ni sa ni sa da ni sa ni da ma da ni sa ni da ma ga sa ga ma ni da ma ga sa ni sa ga ma da ga ma da ni sa ni da da ni ma ga sa ni da da ni da ma da ni sa ga sa ni sa ni da da ni da ma da ma ga ma ga sa ni ga sa ma ga da ma ni da sa ni da ma da ni sa ni da da ni da ma ga da ni sa ma ga sa ga ma da ni da ma da ni da da ni da ma ga da ni sa da ni sa ga ma ni da ma ga ni ga ma da ma ga ma ga ni ga da da ni sa ga ma ga da ni ma da ni sa ga da ni da ma ga ma da ni da ni da ma ga ga ma da ni da ga da ni sa ga ma da ma ga sa ga ma da ni da sa ni da ni ga da ma ga ma ni da ma ga ni da ma ga ni sa ga ma da ni da ga ma ga da ni ga da ni da ma ga sa ga ma da ni da sa ni da ma ga 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 sa ga ma da ni da sa ni da ma ga 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 sa ga ma da ni da sa ni da ma ga deva di deva Srivasudeva Kavumayyanannu Karunalavala deva di deva
இந்த உலகம் ஸ்ரீ பாலமுரளிகிருஷ்ணா அவர்களை போன்ற ஒருவரை இனிமேல் சந்திக்காது.
நமக்கு பெரிய நஷ்டம் கர்நாடக சங்கீதத்தில். அண்ட் he is not at all worried about any music. ஒரு ஃபியூஷன்னா கூட அவருக்கு தைரியம், அந்த அவர்கிட்ட இருக்கிற அவருக்கு தெரியும்.
இந்த வீட்டுக்கு பல முறை வந்து அவரிடம் இசை பேச்சை கேட்டு வாங்கி சென்றவன் நான். வணங்குவதை தவிர வேறொன்றும் சொல்ல தோன்றாது விடைபெறுகிறேன்.
அவர் ஆத்மா சாந்தி அடையட்டும்.
கடவுள் அவரை எந்த காரணத்துக்காக படைச்சாரோ, நீ வாட்டுக்கு சங்கீதத்தை வழங்கிண்டே சுவையான சங்கீதத்தை ஒன்று இனிமையான குரலில் வழங்கிண்டேருன்னு சொல்லி தான் படைச்சிருக்கார் அவரை. அதை ஹி ஹஸ் டன் இட் ஃபுல்லி. 86 வருஷமும் பண்ணியிருக்கார் அவர். ஹி ஹஸ் லெட் அ ஃபுல் லைஃப், அ கம்ப்ளீட் லைஃப். அஃப்கோர்ஸ் நமக்கெல்லாம் ஆசை இன்னும் 20 வருஷம் இருக்க மாட்டாங்களான்னு. பட் புண்ணிய ஆத்மா அவர். அதனால தான் கடவுள் என்ன சொன்னார், நீ பண்ண கடமையெல்லாம் முடிஞ்சு போச்சு, உன்னை சைலண்ட்டாக வீட்டுக்கு கூப்பிட்டுக்கிறேன்னு அவர் தூங்கின்னு இருக்கும்போதே அவர் உயிர் பிரிஞ்சிருக்குன்னா அது எவ்வளோ பெரிய பாக்கியம் பண்ணியிருக்காருன்னு சொல்லுவோம். அ ஒண்டர்ஃபுல் சிங்கர், அ ஒண்டர்ஃபுல் பர்சன்.
அம்மாவோட வயத்தில் இருக்கிற டைம்லேருந்து கேட்குற சங்கீதம், குருஜியோட சங்கீதம். மியூசிக்கலி நம்ம யாருமே அவரை மிஸ் பண்ண மாட்டோம். ஏன்னா கார்த்தால எழுந்துக்கிற டைம்லேருந்து அப்படியே இன்வாலண்ட்ரியாக ரத்தத்தில் ஊறி போன சங்கீதம் வந்து குருஜியோட சங்கீதம். ஆனால் இந்த வீட்டுக்கு வரும்போது குருஜி இல்லைன்னு நினைக்கிறது வந்து வீட்டுக்கு வர பிடிக்கல. ஏன்னா குருஜி இந்த மாதிரி பார்க்க பிடிக்கல.